This is Temp Tats Magazine, here to do our first ever out-of-town spotlight. We're here live in Houston, Texas with Noogy from Dallas, Texas. Hey! I'd like to introduce the band a little bit to people who don't already know. Could I go around and get everybody's name and your favorite band of all time?
Favorite band?
Oh man, it's gonna be Off Ivy 4 times in a row though. I'm Andre and Off Ivy.
I'm Jackson, I'm drunk. Has to be Bad Brains. My name's John. I don't have a favorite band of all time, but right now it's Negative.
I'm Anthony, and I gotta give it up to Off Ivy and my boys from back home, Pears.
So, what was the very beginning of Noogy? How did you guys all come together?
Yeah, it's just it's probably like 18, 19. I was just busking and stuff throughout Denver, and me and the original drummer Nick started playing together, and my brother had a band called Dirty Harry back in like mid-2000s and stuff, and they were like a ska punk band and whatnot, and so I kind of picked up music and playing and started covering some of those songs. So that's kind of why it's called Noogy to me. Yeah, it's got like a hand-me-down that way. And it's crazy, it's been so long, you know, it's been like almost 2 years.
So I started seeing you guys when you guys first started together at 2016. I thought you were terrible.
You're terrible.
Terrible. But so was I in my own band. And we were doing shows like together across Texas. We were the only two bands out of Dallas that were doing shows together. And we ended up joining together in 2018 early on.
7 years later, it's still terrible.
Yeah.
It was cool starting, and I feel like being young and finding a band that's like changed your life, you know? Because you have something to pour your heart into, and your soul, and all your time. And, I mean, it really, it's been such a journey.
Four best friends getting to live together.
Live in a room closet together across America, you know? And we're about to go to Europe too, so it's been really good.
So if you guys could pick one band to open for our tour, regardless if they're broken up or not,
That's like 4 different answers again, like minor that. I love that.
Damn. Okay, Jackson, you go.
Has to be the original Cro-Mags lineup with John Joseph on vocals.
We're tough like that. It's gonna be like,
I mean, like honestly, I'd love to go on tour with like Negative Approach, Discharge when they were in their prime. I'd love to go on a tour with like Green Day right now.
I was gonna say the same. So like a band that's like still together, we're gonna sound like a couple of wussies. I love Green Day. I would love to do a tour with Green Day. Just like that's the band that got me started in the punk rock when I was 7 years old, right? And but on top of that, like fucking Minor Threat, Black Flag, the Brains before all that stuff came out. You know what I mean?
I wish we could tour
back when the Brains were like not. You know, yeah.
I wish we could tour with like Johnny Thunders. I wish we could have been on like the fucking Sex Pistols band.
Or the
Johnny
Clash.
Thunders
The
tour.
Clash.
when you guys play live, do you order the setup?
Normally, if it's like a local Texas show or like places that we've been to a lot, we usually just like to wing it because it's a lot of fun for us to like just figure it out in the moment, you know, just very, all right, we'll do that next. But if we're on tour with like MDC or TSOL, Flipper, we definitely organize a set list before we leave for tour and just practice that consistently. And then Andre, when we're on stage, loves to change the set list and cause problems. Yeah.
Do you guys have a specific song that you're looking forward to or a favorite that you play?
Definitely. Great.
we had that song back at it again. It's a rap, you know, straight, like Beastie Boys, Ghetto Boys style rap song. Now we're doing that live, so that's like a totally different vibe when you don't have your guitars to hide behind, you know? It's pretty nervous, you know, it's got the bass and the drums are both fucking up and you're rapping. So,
Try this, I said, rubber on the mic, yeah, come and live it direct on the world wide web. Listen to the song, motherfucker, memorize it. Now we on your prog, get that cover going, going up.
that's probably my favorite song I've been looking for.
For me, it's it's the same way. It's usually the newest songs, or particularly the songs that are off the beaten path, you know? Like Back at It Again, like you mentioned, like out of all of the songs on our record that we recorded, I've listened to them all a million times, having to, you know, think about it and change things in the studio or whatever. But the ones that are off the beaten path, like Back at It Again, are the ones that I can listen to over and over again and not really get sick of it because it's not the usual thing. And we've been talking recently about doing our recent song that we put out called Less Than Nothing. And so that's another one that I'm really looking forward to putting out, like on the live set, you know?
Yeah, dude. Mine's probably ACAB. It's a classic. Everybody loves it, I think.
He's new to the band, so these songs are all new.
Jackson's been playing with us for like how long? Like a year now? Almost a year.
And the three of us are sick of these old ass songs.
So like all the old songs, we played them fucking so much.
I mean, here's the songs that I like. It's Stud Counter, ACAB, and this new one we've got coming out on Charge Records called I'll Feed You Saying.
Mr. Hardcore Street Punk over here.
Like hardcore, and they're just like fucking sucking, you know, like fuck
sure.
you. And I love that shit because I'm like an angry, bitter fucking sucking. That's why.
What can you guys tell us about the new material that you're working on?
There you go.
We got a new EP coming out called War EP, and I mean it's recorded, it's coming out on Charge Records, but releasing stuff through, you know, new labels and stuff, it takes a while, and especially when it's a good label like Charge, it doesn't usually happen overnight. So
Charge is Jake Casualty from the Casualty record label.
Yeah, and you know they're OGs.
Like chaotic.
Yeah, I mean they put out Boy Scouts, you know, so it's really it's an honor to, you know, but and we tailored our this towards that, you know, there are a couple of street punk songs on it, but you know we're kind of a band with like a personality crisis a little bit. You know, we're always bouncing around from like
There's a couple artier songs.
yeah, you know, we'll do like our kind of Black Flaggy type shit, and then bounce back to like our ska punk stuff. But this one's kind of like street punk, like art.
It's even got like some like industrial, like almost dark wave influence built into it as well, you know.
It's a little dancing.
Yeah, definitely dancing.
But yeah, there's that. We just put out an acoustic thing today. We just recorded that shit in my living room. Songs from Apartment 24. So that just came out.
Well, a person can work up a mean thirst through a hard day, nothing much at all.
And that was kind of funny because it was like me and the label dude Hale. Shout out to John Hale and Grimace Records.
Out of here in Houston and Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I mean they really are an incredible label, and they've helped us more than anybody. Same thing with NBC, they're a part of it. These people are, you know, I can't think of anybody that's had our back more. So, you know, I feel very, very grateful to have them in our lives. But me and him were figuring out, hey, what release is gonna come out? And you go through Spotify, these distribution things, it takes forever, and there's so much like bullshit there, hoops to jump through. He's like, well, it didn't register the name or whatever. And I don't know. He's just like, hey, it's out, you know. So we were just like, oh fuck, it's out. What do you mean it's out? You know. So
You don't want to tell us?
yeah, so we just put it on the internet today. So yeah, I got some acoustic songs out there, and then we got so many fucking new songs. But we're about to go to Europe. Once we get back from Europe, we'll be putting that stuff out. So with another album.
We're gonna start working on a whole new full length, second full length. You know, I don't know what we're gonna call it yet, but we got a lot of songs in the back burner for like 2 years now. We had more than enough for an album and a half.
It's a lot like the first one too, because it's kind of like all over the place. You know, it's the straight ahead, like ska punk kind of stuff and the hardcore. But I think we just, you know, grown as a band, grown as people. So like, you know, as you get older, I feel like your tastes change or whatever. And I feel like it's like the same thing, just like better in my mind. I like to pretend that.
We grow, and I think that's one thing that I appreciate about our name as a band is that it doesn't confine us to one style of punk rock or genre. We get to do all that we like within that realm, you know what I mean? So
We should have been named fucking Hardcore Unit or whatever fucking dumb hardcore
G-Unit.
G-Unit, you know? G-Unit, you know, we should have gone with that, but they beat us to it. So.
Do you guys have any favorite cities or must stop places on the road?
There's so many. Yeah, Denver, San Francisco with Noah, Denver, Seventh Circle, and all the friends over there.
I love California.
Yeah, a lot of.
well, John Stoops.
Yeah, I love San Francisco. That's my favorite city.
You were born out there, right?
Yeah, Indianapolis
I
is
was.
cool. Where else?
I love New York. I love New York City. Though it's a tough city to play, just being there is so cool.
Is there any places that you haven't played yet that you want to?
Europe, man. So that's where we're on our way to. And
Korea, Japan, Southeast Asia.
we're taking over the world. World
I would like
domination.
to play in every country in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, MDC has done it, you know what I mean? MDC has done all of like Thailand and all of the Southeast Asian countries. Total Chaos and MDC have also done like Indonesia. So we want to follow those footsteps and hit every place that we can hit, you know what I mean? Why the fuck not? What is stopping you?
You know, and they paved the way in the 80s. And imagine going to Europe, like, you know, all these crazy countries, Russia and shit. Your name is Millions of Dead Cops. That's fucking nuts, you know? And they went through hell and back doing all that stuff. So that's, you know, it's been cool to learn through them. And we're playing a couple of shows in Europe with them.
Cool. So what's the first instrument you guys ever learned and how old?
I started playing guitar when I was 12.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't really know what I'm doing, but guitar, you know, when I was like 15, my brother, that's what I'm saying, like, my brother had such a big influence on me, and the fucking band's Noogy, you know.
I started out on drums at like 4 years old, so I've been doing it for like 19 years now. But I picked up bass and guitar in my early teenage years, just trying to find some new stuff to do. You know, play music in all different ways, but drums is my main thing.
I started with vocals and trumpet back in New Orleans, and then I moved on to guitar and drums, but just stuck with guitar and vocals out of the different ones that I tried.
In a zombie apocalypse situation, which one of you guys would live the longest and who's going first?
Definitely fucking me, because I love zombie shit. I've seen every episode of The Walking Dead. I don't know if I should be talking to you or the camera, but it would be me.
I would betray them in a heartbeat. I would sell them out so bad.
I see that coming, so I already know.
Yeah, he knows me too well.
I'm the craftiest one. I work with my hands. I know all that kind of stuff. Chances are I'm going to make it the longest.
That's a good point.
And I'm going to eat each and every single one of them, one by one, and blame it on the zombies.
If you guys were on a deserted island and you could pick two bands to be stranded with, which one would it be?
Stranded with the band or listen to them? Oh, God, that's...
The Sex Pistols and the Germs? That sounds like good company.
You want to be stuck with Darby Crash on an island?
Descendants. So hard.
Descendants.
All the way.
I agree with Jackson all the way. Descendants, hands down.
Do you guys have pets and what are their names?
I got two pit bulls, and they're on the album.
We got 3 foster dogs. Shout out to Art out in Dallas, Animal Rescue in Texas. We've got all of the rescue dogs, Molly, Angel, Muffin. I've got 3 different lizards in my house. So, fuck kind of animals.
John?
I don't have any pets, but sometimes I'm like, I have ADD and I'll like walk into traffic, so they have me on a leash.
Yeah.
I had a dog from the time I was 12 until 2019, so shout out to Bandersnatch. Bandersnatch, you know what I mean? Had him for a long time. That's my black lab, you know what I mean? Love that motherfucker to death. Always will, always have.
I should shout out my parents' dog, Morty. I love Morty.
And to conclude, is there anything that you would like to say to your fans, and where can people find you, or like your social media?
We're on the interweb, we're hanging out on the internet.
But we're really
We cruise around on the internet. You can find us on like Craigslist, Casual Encounters, Grindr, Tinder. We're on all the major stuff.
Bombo.
But yeah, man.
Ashley Madison.
We're very grateful to be here. Thank y'all.
I just want to say like peace and like fucking rebellion, you know, like don't let anyone, don't go out and bother people, don't fucking let anyone bother you.
If I can say one thing about like scenes and stuff, you know, I come from the New Orleans scene from when I was a kid, and when I grew up, all the shows were 21 plus. I moved to Dallas when I was like 13, 14, right? And if I wasn't able to go to local shows in Dallas when I was a kid, I wouldn't be here today. And I think that's why we have such a small scene in New Orleans, because all of our venues are 21 plus, you know? And so the kids can't come out and get influenced by bands or start new bands. So, you know, if you don't have venues, start one. Make one.
How old are y'all? 17? You see, like a lot of these places, like they're fucking bars.
Yeah.
immediately cut out half the fucking crowd, you know? Sometimes when you're just playing for older people, people don't want to go crazy. They gotta wake up the next day. Whatever. So kids are where the heart's at. That's where the passion and the energy's at.
It's like we want to play for everybody, not just like 21 plus or whatever. Music's for everyone. So Skank and Pickle, shout out to that shit. You know, those kind of like morals and values.
This is Temp Tats Magazine here with Noogy. You can catch them in issue 5 of Temp Tats coming August 2020.